Hello everyone, Denise here. I found this at my local Walmart. This was $9.97. This is a Amigurumi crochet kit. It is Chip the bird. He is adorable. Says it comes with the stuffing, yarn, stitch marker, threads, crochet hook, yarn needle, and pattern. This is by Yarnspirations. I looked online. They don't have them online for me to pick them up in the store yet, but I was at the store and I picked them up. I will insert a picture showing you all the ones that were available at my store. So when you start looking for these, you can maybe put in their name, whatever you want to do. The package is plastic and you can see through the back here. Comes with all of that. So I'm going to open it up and I will mute. Okay, so we have a 2.5 millimeter crochet hook. It is off. The head is not aligned with the something smells funky in here. It's very weird smelling to me. I'm trying to align it. So I don't know if I'll be using the hook. It has like a clover handle. That's like the closest to clover I have seen on any of these handles. Clever. It feels about the same, not as nice. There's like dust and debris on it. I don't know. I don't know why it is so dirty feeling. But it does feel dirty. The handle is very similar to Clover Amore, except it is a harder plastic and less soft. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use this hook. The head on that is kind of doesn't feel great, and I feel like it's, do you see this? Do you see this? That hook head is not even straight. See that? Okay, so the hook is pretty much garbage in my opinion. I'm not going to use the hook. If I were to use the hook, I probably wouldn't do the project because a lot of things going on. It's not centered. The hook itself is crooked. Are we seeing what I'm seeing? Yeah, right there. This side bulges. It's very bizarre. I've never seen a hook do that. Ugh. I don't like the hook at all. Sorry. Sorry, Red Heart, but your hook is sad. Look at the back of that. You can tell just by the back of it how incorrect. Okay, so 2.5 is what I need to do the project. Let me find a clover. 2.75. 2.3. 2.75. This is fun. Okay, I found a 2.5. Orange. Okay, so this This is from my Clover Amur. That sounds so silly when I say that. It's like an off size set of Clover Amur. You can find it on Amazon. I've talked about it before on the channel. So 2.5 is the original one. I'm going to use the Clover. See how the hook head should look? See how it doesn't? I'm amused. I'm not angry, I'm just amused. Okay. In here we have a yarn needle, a stitch marker, black thread, and pink, which I guess is for a beak. And then we have the Amigurumi yarn by Red Heart. I like that it comes in an actual cute little thing. Size super fine. Not for resale. 100% recycled cotton. Good for them. 54 yards, 49 meters, 0.88 ounces, 25 grams. It's adorable. How cute is that? There's a lot of stuffing. I'm going to take a look at the pattern, which is on the back of this. Actually, I think it's separate from it. Yep, it's separate from it. So there is that, and that you can see in the store, so I think it's perfectly fine to show you. The pattern is an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper with some stitch diagrams and sort of a how to connect, or how the pieces would lay out on the body. This bird is so cute. Tells you how to make a magic ring. That is what the diagram is. Finished size is 4 1/4, 11 centimeters tall. So you do the head. It tells you to fasten off after that, and then do the body, and then fasten off, and then do the wing, 2 of them, and then do the tail. So you fasten off after every time, leaving a long tail to put it all together. He is so cute. I love him. So I'm going to follow the written instructions. I will scan that because it says what? It doesn't say anything. So I'm going to scan that and see where that takes me. And yeah, I will come back to you with anything notable. The instructions, by the way, one side is English. The other side is French. I don't know. I don't speak it. So whatever this is, that's the other language. I took French in high school. I don't know how to read it, but it's sure, like if I was to say the words, I'm pretty sure this is French. I don't know. I'll put it in Google and find out, let you know. Be back in a while. The QR code takes you to Yarnspirations, which tells you all about the kits, which is cool. And then you can click on each one and get the pattern for free. You can buy the kits, and you can see all the videos. There's a video for everyone. So super awesome. I got that far. I don't like the yarn. I don't like this yarn for Amigurumi. It's super splitty, and it's cotton, so there's zero give. I'm going to use my ring spun from Loops and Threads. It is super bulky 6, calls for an 8 mm or L 11 hook. So I'll probably use a 7 if I can get away with it, just so that it's tighter stitches. And yeah, I can't use the green, more so that it's cotton than anything else. So I'm just gonna make a really large bird. Also, the lady in the video called him Chirp. The pattern says chip. So I don't know which it is. So I'm going to work with loops and threads, and I'll be back to you with anything notable. Okay, so I have the head almost done. I'm going to start stuffing it. I'm also putting a child-proof pill bottle in it with some jingle bells, regular jingle bells. And that is just so that it makes a cute sound when you jingle it. So I'm going to do that. Obviously not going to use the stuffing that came with it because mine is way too big. I'll show you. Zoom out a bit. That is the head. Pretty large, about the size of a cantaloupe-ish. Instead of the fray hair or feather, I did 2 loops. And that is so when our granddaughter plays with it, she does not choke. So I'm going to stuff it. I'm going to put that on the very inside of the head. So that is what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to proceed closing it, fastening it off, and then starting the body. Okay, I'm going to have the head done. The pill bottle is in there. Got it stuffed real good. What I stuffed it with was, Walmart has pillows, or used to have pillows, for like $2, $2.50. They're kind of garbage to sleep on. Nobody in the house wanted it, and I knew there was stuffing inside, so I have a whole big vat over here of stuffing that used to be a pillow, and all I did was I cut the end of the casing that went around the stuffing, and that I keep it in there, and I just pull some out when I want it. So it's very, very convenient. Since I already had it, there's no reason to go purchase more. Noteworthy things with the pattern thus far. The video tells you to weave in your end. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but the video tells you to weave in your end up here before you get too far on the head. That's good. The pattern didn't say that, but the video did, so I think that was a good tip to give everyone. The video doesn't tell you how to do every round. She sort of like over explains it, like, we're gonna do this, so do that. She doesn't show you every round, so the pattern is nice because the video is only a supplemental. It's not actually showing you the whole thing. What was the last? Oh, and the head, when you get done with the head on the pattern, it doesn't say to make sure that it is closed. It says just leave it like this. Just leave it, and then you're gonna sew it together later. So it doesn't say to on the pattern. So I don't know if you'd be like confused if you normally would close it, if you were like, well, it doesn't say to on the pattern. She shows her head on there and it is not closed. So that's the way it should be, but they just kind of left it. They could have said on the pattern, leave it, don't close it, we're gonna sew it together. I think that would have been useful, but whatever. I'm not writing the pattern, just telling you things as I go. So also, I don't know if I mentioned I'm using a 7mm crochet hook with the ring spun yarn, loops and threads, ring spun. I'm gonna move on to the body now. I'm probably just gonna do the body and the wings and then come back to you, show you all of that, and then sew it up. Figure out how I'm doing eyes, because I don't know if I like the eyes on the pattern. If it turns out cute, cool. If not, I think it could look really weird. So we'll see how that goes. I have something, I'm sure, that I can use instead of this, because that's not going to be a big enough nose for mine, or beak. Yeah, I guess that's it for now, and I will come back to you. Okay, so I have him finished. it was interesting. Not because of the pattern. The pattern's fine. I did not like the beak. As you can see, I changed the beak. The original beak should look like pretty much just a little nub, if you will. So I changed it because I made it. I attached it. I did not like it. With the colors that I was using, not good. It did not combine well. I then decided, well, maybe it's just the size. So I made it larger in the color that I have on the bird. Worse. It was worse. It was worse. So then I was like, well, I'm gonna do my own thing. And it did. I think it works out good. It looks like he's tweeting. Looks like he's singing. I like him. I think he's adorable. I did switch his eyes. I did switch the hair. Everything else I did exactly as described in the pattern. The reason why I changed the reason why I changed the hair is because it is for our granddaughter and I didn't want a bunch of fraying happening. So what I did was I took the string from the tie-in and I brought it up, I put it back down and I tied it in a knot. I brought it back up and made a loop and then I put it back in and I tied it to make the hair. Yes, she could still chew on it. Yes, it could still fray. But I figure it will fray less and do less. He is so top heavy. If it was looped instead of just, you know, a sprig like this, like if it was sprigged, she could easily, way easily eat more of that than a looped one. So I did it that way. The eyes I did this way because the other ones, they're cute. It just looked like a mess when I did it. So I did sort of closed eyes that are, I don't know, they're just different. It's not that big of a difference, but the side of this one, while it's cute on here, it just, I don't know. It didn't work for me. The yarn I used, I'm sure I already mentioned it, is Loops and Threads Ring Spun. It's a super bulky 6, and I have this much left. And I may run some through the holes because it gets holey when you decrease. All of my amigurumi do that, unless you're using a poofy yarn that covers those holes up. I can't get it to stop. It always has. I think it always will. Because I'm using as much tension as I can and the stitches are being pulled, it's scooshing the stitches, so it's creating a hole. So if I, whatever, it's done. So I may use some of that to just run through some of the holes and get them filled in a bit so she doesn't poke her finger in there and decide that she thinks stuffing tastes delicious. I used Easygoing Cottage Rose, whoops, knockout, for the beak from Hobby Lobby. And then for the eyes, I used a Big Twist acrylic, just black, which I forgot I had, but I found a bag that had hat yarn in it, and apparently I was making things, so that is the yarn I used. The pattern is good, very easy, very simple. The hook is actually not bad. Oh no, the hook is terrible. I was thinking of the taco kit. The taco kit hook isn't that bad. I'll have to go over that in that video, but so the kit itself is $10. You get a tiny ball of cotton yarn, which I don't find useful for this project. I just don't. It's a me problem probably, but I don't like using 100% cotton on amigurumis. I think it's difficult and hard on my hands, and that may be a me thing. It may not be anyone else's problem but mine. A cotton blend is fine. I straight up cotton, I don't want to use that for amigurumis. Found it. I like the yarn. I'll probably make it like a washcloth or some scrubbies for my daughter. I like the yarn. I just don't like it for amigurumi. It's a super fine one. Recycled cotton. So I like the yarn a lot. The hook is bad. The hook is straight up bad. So I hope you can see that. No, I did not try to work with it. No, I'm not. It's not even centered on the hook as well. So for what they charge for the kits, I do think that they should make sure every hook is pristine. That's what I'll say for that. The pattern is good. The video was decent. I'll have to look on the pattern. It doesn't say on the packaging if it's for a beginner or not. So let me look at the pattern. It does not say, not that I can see. I was gonna measure him. He's about 10 inches tall. His head is 19 inches all the way around. And the Loops and Threads yarn is nice and soft. The Easygoing is great yarn. I love that stuff so much. This stuff, I need to get more. 60% acrylic, 40% polyamide. It's a number 4. It's, oof, I love the feeling of that yarn. So overall, what do I think? I think the instruction was good. I think the pattern is good. It's all personal opinion, right? So I kind of think the yarn is not good for amigurumi. I know the hook is not good. So is it worth $10? No, it's not. It's not. If they sell these at Joann or Michael's or wherever and you can get 30% discount on these, definitely do that. Do not pay full price for these. The videos and the patterns are available online on their website. You can access both via Yarnspirations. So if you are like me and you want to use larger yarn, go for it. You don't even have to buy one of these kits. I purchased one of the kits to review it because I was highly interested to know if it's worth the money and what you get, all that good stuff. No, I don't think it's worth $10. I really don't. I have purchased several now, and even the ones that would be more money, like the ones from Temu, the ones that would be more money normally, they're better than this, even though the patterns aren't. Their materials that they give you are worth it, and quite frankly, even if the pattern isn't perfect and they give you good materials, you know, I don't know. I just don't think it's worth $10. I just don't. But you get it. You make up your mind. Maybe your hook will be good and you don't mind using the all cotton yarn. Nope. It was splitty. It was not good. It was not good. I think it's adorable though. Super cute. So what would I give it? I'd probably give it, I mean, half the stuff is not usable for me, so I'll be generous and give it a 6 out of 10. I think it's too much money, and I think what they give you isn't great for 10 bucks. It's like, give me a boy hook, a skein, a whole skein of like Red Heart, and the pattern for 10 bucks, and I would be super happy with that. But this, no, I'm gonna have to say no. It's not worth $10. But thank you for watching and listening to me. I appreciate you. I'm gonna be reviewing some Loops and Threads kits, some Hobby Lobby kits, and then I'm going to make my own amigurumis. So stay tuned for all of that. Until next time, guys, take care. Bye.